Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and got a good one for you today. So it's a beautiful morning out here today, and there's so much to talk about. I'm telling you, videos right now could be 2 hours long because there is just so much news to cover. And today, sorry we failed you. That's the title of this video. And please don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Join the email list because there's an email going out this week. And also, we have a sponsor today, LQR House, which I will talk about a little bit later. But let's get into it. First things first, JP Morgan. You guys know how I love that bank. I just think that they're pretentious and I think that they're ridiculous. But there's a woman named Melissa Ferrari who is a little upset with JP Morgan right now because earlier this year, a few weeks ago, she got hit up by a phone call from the bank, which was the number of the bank, the customer service number, and she answered it and she's like, I know this number. She got a text message from the bank from a familiar number that she knew saying, hey, your account's been compromised. We need to talk to you about this. And so she calls the number, let me transfer you to the fraud department. They transfer her to the fraud department. And before you know it, she is speaking to a scammer who has nothing to do with Chase Bank. Now, where this is absolutely brilliant on the bank's part was they had her do some things that were suspicious, and it locked the account, which is what Chase Bank does. They lock the account for security. So she goes down to Chase Bank. You need to go to your nearest Chase Bank branch and talk to them and get the account unlocked and make sure that there's no fraud. So she goes to the branch, talks to the branch, and they said, yeah, there was a hold put on the account for potential suspicious activity, but we've released the hold. Well, once the hold was released, the scammers started to do wire transfers out of her account to the tune of $30,000 in wire transfers. Boom, boom, boom. She wakes up a week later and realizes, hey, wait a second, I'm missing all this money out of my account. Goes back to Chase Bank and they said, didn't you honor wire transfers? Now, I've done a lot of wire transfers in my day, and I'm sure anybody who's been in business has done, if you've done anything international or any large companies wants to get paid instantly, you do a wire transfer. And I've been paid from wire transfers. And when I did my medical conferences, I would have people that would be from out of the country. They would, Switzerland and Australia and different places like that. And that's how they would pay us, would be a wire transfer. So very familiar doing this process. So she goes down to Chase Bank and they say, okay, we've released the hold. All these wire transfers go out. And they're like, wow, we've really wronged you. That's what Chase Bank told her. You've been let down. And woman says, well, what are you guys going to do about it? She says, I don't think there's anything we can do about it because electronic transfers is one thing. People stealing the money out of your account is one thing. But I don't think this is covered by wire transfers. So Chase Bank tries to retrieve the money, and what these brilliant people do that is absolutely amazing is they transfer to one account and to another. Before you know it, it could be transferred to 6 or 7 accounts. So as Chase says, we want to go to retrieve the money, they can't retrieve the money. So this woman's out $30,000 at this point, 30 grand. So Chase Bank, no explanation, sorry, we really failed you. And that was their whole answer to this huge debacle, was that. So you're going to see more of this, guys. You're going to see them get more and more creative with the scams as the economy gets worse, as it doesn't get better. And you guys can sit around and tell me how great everything is and how, Dan, you're just a doom and gloomer. Call me anything you want. I'm preparing right now. That's what I'm doing. As I run my business, I'm telling everybody that make sure you have relationships with your bank. And I understand that banking has changed dramatically over the course of the last, 5 years, where you may not know the branch manager. They may trade people in and out of the bank all the time right now, but you have to go in there. You have to have a relationship with somebody at the bank that you deal with so that if anything goes wrong, you can find out what to do. But also, you should have the customer service numbers. You should have the fraud numbers. You should have all this down because you'll be like this woman and be stuck when this happens. Now, The next one that is absolutely crazy is a man named William Gordon out of Arizona. Mr. Gordon goes out and buys his dream plot of land, and he's going to build his retirement home, in 20 or 30 years. Well, it's about time for him to retire, and he gets notification in March of this year from the title company. Congratulations on selling your lot of land for $200,000. Only problem was Mr. Gordon didn't sell his plot, didn't sell it, didn't list it. Title thieves stole the land and sold his lot right out from under him. Now, eventually, they got the guy's money back, and it has been an absolute ordeal to get his name put back on the property. But guys, what do you own out there? Check the title of your vehicles, check the title of raw land, check the title of your house. This home title thief, the thievery that's going on right now, it's a real thing, guys, right now. But Mr. Gordon, if he wouldn't have got the congratulations letter, he would have shown up on that property with somebody else potentially building on it. So check out things like that. I have seen so many different things that have happened over the course of the last year with subscribers telling me everything from people building on their land to people moving the fence over 30 feet. It's always been our side of the fence, so we're just going to do that. No, it's not. No, it's not. So share your thoughts on this stuff so far, guys, because this is only getting worse right now. And the escalation of thievery is just growing right now. It really is. So let me know what you think about this. Let's talk about our sponsor, LQR House. They go under the ticker symbol LQR. They're a NASDAQ stock. Now, you guys have asked me for something totally different. This is it. LQR House is an online store that sells alcohol and spirits, wine, things like that. They are incredibly successful. They recently went public. The stock hit a high of just over $7 a share. Right now, it's at about $1. And this company is very fascinating because when you look at our economy right now, there are major shifts and major changes. As we have a downturn, one thing that's always stood the test of time, there's actually three things. It's entertainment, it's organized crime, and it's alcohol. And you know what? Right now, we're seeing a shift right now to where the first two are not doing as well as they used to do. And now number three has become number one. So online alcohol sales are going to be absolutely huge in the coming years and the coming months. This company goes under the website CW Spirits. They're absolutely amazing, and they sell millions of dollars of alcohol. Now, here's the thing. Millennials and young people, they don't want to do what we used to do, which was hop into the car and go to the store and buy things. They want to do it online. That's why Grubhub, that's why Uber Eats, that's why companies like that are so successful. This company, LQR, is basically facing a short squeeze right now. Since they went public, they have a tremendous amount of short activity. Take a look at this, okay? I got this from last week. This is absolutely amazing, guys. And what this means is that people are betting against the stock. And let's bring up a couple success stories over the course of the last year and a half, and that's AMC and GameStop. GameStop was so successful, they made a movie about it called Dumb Money that's coming out in the next 30 days. And it's about how people bet against GameStop and made a fortune. This could be a potential short squeeze that is unbelievable. So for $1, you could get yourself involved in this. And I think it's absolutely amazing. But the thing that got me excited about this is the company's fantastic, guys. They are tapped into something that people don't really want to look at, and that's that people are lazy. People want things delivered to them, and people are very loyal to their brands. When you go look at the website, you can see that they have everything there. And, think about it. People buy a beer that they like, they buy whiskey, they buy wine and champagne, things like that they are very loyal to. This product is no different. But the difference is that they've sold millions of dollars worth of alcohol online. They have distributors throughout the country that deliver it to you directly. Absolutely cool. Now, here's the thing that's amazing about this company. They just announced that the company itself is going to buy back $2 million worth of their own stock, which is always a great thing to do. It always is a potential mover for the company. So take a look at LQR and the ticker symbol, the LQR ticker symbol on NASDAQ. I think that this company is absolutely amazing for a lot of reasons. But again, something different that you guys wanted, you got it with this one. But take a look at the potential short squeeze, which could give you a huge run up 4, 5, 10 times on your money. So take a look at LQR today, guys. A few things in the news that are kind of interesting. Common antibiotic that kids use all the time, I've used it as an adult too, amoxicillin. They say that there's a shortage of amoxicillin right now. And, this is not going to end anytime soon. We've got such a problem with China, and the fact that things aren't made here, this is an absolute disaster. We need to look at that. Orlando has a self-driving taxi that moved people about, and guess what? First week on the job, got into an accident. So again, the technology is not ready yet, guys, to have self-driving cars moving people about. It's one thing to test this in certain areas, but with Orlando, with all the tourism and everything that goes on there, I think that that's just an absolute problem waiting to happen. You guys have heard the stories about 15-minute cities and all these futuristic worlds where you don't drive a car and you just live. Everybody lives in the same town and you have all the services put together. Well, all these Silicon Valley people have just bought tens of thousands of acres outside of San Francisco to build their own city. And it's hush hush because you and I are peasants and we don't get to find things like this out. But what you're finding out is that they're going to build something like this on their own. Why not do it in San Francisco, guys? Why not? Oh, yeah, it's a crime-ridden mess, with people sleeping in the streets and drug paraphernalia, littering, our kids' lives. So anyways, yeah, it's time to start a new city. So interesting, guys. But you're seeing more and more things like this that are happening. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys believe in this stuff? Do you think that they're really going to do things like this? Because I do. I love how we get fake news from businesses right now, how they say this is the reason that this is happening. Think about Six Flags that owns all these different amusement parks, steps forward and they said, our problem with attendance has been bad weather. So bad weather's to blame for the summer of 2023. It rained here once, guys, okay? One day, okay? So the Six Flags, Magic Mountain amusement park, that closed. But around the country, did we have bad weather everywhere, guys, this year? Did I miss something? But again, not telling the truth, okay? We're getting all these different opinions from Jerome Powell's speech. Steve Hanke, I need to see where he's at. He's an economist from Johns Hopkins University. Him and Will Luther are talking about two different, perspective of Jerome Powell's, speech yesterday at Jackson Hole. And, will he raise interest rates? Will he not raise interest rates? Isn't it great that, inflation's only at 3.2%. They're going to bring it down. No. Okay. Anybody who buys anything knows that. Anybody who's out here this morning understands that this is free to do. You have to pay for parking here in Newport Beach, but this is free entertainment, kids. Don't get sunburned, put the sunscreen on and have a nice day. People don't want to listen to this. People don't want to listen to the different, opinions. Do you think that they're going to raise interest rates? I do. I think that we haven't seen anything yet. Every real estate agent that knows his salt is telling his clients to just take a step back. Just have a one step back and see what we're going to do right now. Okay? I think that we're going to see major problems come up in the next 6 months. I really do. You can believe whatever you want. You can think that I'm Mr. Doom and Gloom. I'm ready, guys. I'm ready. I'm going to look at 2 houses today in a neighborhood, and all I want to do is see these places go down in price. So get ready, guys, because I'm getting ready. You guys know what the term shrink means in retail? That's been like the word of the day and of the month and of the summer. Shrink is the loss that you get in a business, and basically theft, things like that. That's You become a victim of shrink and what you suffer from and the percentage of shrink. Now, the idea with this is to have security, to have, strong customer service so that this doesn't happen. Why is it when you walk into a store, they say, hey, how's it going? Because the number of people that steal when they're greeted is cut in half. Whether you believe that or not, I think that thieves still say, hello, how you doing? I'm ready to rip you guys off blind. But that's what this is doing. It's trying to help people cut back the amount of shrinkage. Now, here's what's bad is that we've heard about Macy's, we've heard about Dick's Sporting Goods, we've heard about Target, we've heard about, Kohl's, everybody having problems with theft right now. What's crazy is that it's happening at the dollar stores. It's happening at Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is talking about massive theft. Now, someone would sit there and risk going to jail for stealing things for $1.25. That's insane, absolutely insane, but that is the sign of the times right now. And they are cutting back on so many things that are personal hygiene related, from toothpaste to aftershave to shaving products to hair care products to everything like that, feminine products. I mean, all this stuff, it's like the list is just, it's this long of things that people are stealing. And the advantage to going to the dollar store is you used to be able to get a good deal, get good value for $1. Now it's questionable value always. And they're experiencing this in such a huge way, but the amount of theft that they're experiencing in these stores is unbelievable. Think about this. Grocery stores have such a tiny margin that when you steal $100 worth of stuff, it takes thousands of dollars in purchases to make up for that. And that's what people don't want to realize. Last time we were out here, the tide was a little higher, but you can see how the thing goes down a little bit. And another thing, Kimberly-Clark. Kimberly-Clark owns a bunch of national brands that we've heard of. Remember Kleenex? Kleenex brands? Well, guess what? Kleenex is pulling out of Canada. We're not going to make it for Canada anymore. Sales, the theft, the supply chain problems that we have in Canada are not worth it. Now think about this. Growing up, give me a Coke. Okay? Well, we only have Pepsi. Okay, I'll take one of those. Soda is a Coke. Jello is Jello brand, but it's Jello, it's gelatin. Kleenex are napkins, nose wipes. So imagine something that's iconic as that, that's going to pull out of an entire country. So yeah, Kimberly-Clark says it's going to destroy sales, it's going to hurt us, but we're losing money so badly and we cannot make up for this. There's no way to make up for this right now and make it so that we can fix this. What is next, guys? What's next? Nobody wants to sit there and talk about how things really are. And every business owner that I know that's smart is looking at things very differently right now. They are, how can I cut costs? We made money last year, but how can we make more? How can we cut costs to make more? And at first it was like, hey, we're going to cut people back and that's going to be the only thing. But no, it's all about survival at this point. And you can thrive in this survival mode. Please understand that. Everybody can do that, but you just need to cut back and save money and watch your costs and watch your expenses. That's what the best thing you can do is. And people don't want to look at that. People don't want to admit that. People don't want to talk about that. It's breezy out here, but isn't this beautiful? Really nice. But share your thoughts on that. But again, Kleenex down for the count in Canada, of all things. So let me know what you think about this so far. One thing I really admire ever since I was a kid was the honesty of the Brits. And I love their humor. I love the country. I cannot wait to visit it soon. But one thing is that, their news is a little different than our news, where they're like, hey, the U.S. is in real trouble. They're going to have to raise interest rates to calm inflation. No two ways about it. Now, this is spoken from a place that they're lying to the people of the UK, saying that they have 8.4% inflation when food is at 18.4%. But your inflation's not that high. Don't worry about it. But we have to raise interest rates. That's what they're telling us. And we're going to have to raise interest rates. It's that simple. Now, great article that was sent to me. That was the top 10 stolen car brands, which I have to have a cheat sheet for this, so please bear with me. Ford pickup truck, full size, Honda Accord, Nissan Altima. Okay, I'm sorry you guys steal that. Chevy pickups, that's number 4. Number 5, Toyota Camry, Toyota Corolla, Honda Civic, Dodge Charger, which is a fairly new car, you know, when you think about that. So people are stealing those things. Honda CRVs, and then the Hyundai Sonata is the top 10. Isn't that wild, guys, to think about those cars that are being stolen the most? I was getting a kick out of that. And again, Ermita wrote me about her house insurance. I'm going to end the video with this story. And that is, think about this. She went to renew her policy for her homeowner's insurance. And they said, listen, we're going to upgrade you to medium for the risk on your risk level for your house. Just, you know, a hillside house, nothing, you know, crazy, no fire damage, never had a fire, just has a hill near her house. Okay. Well, now it's considered high risk. So the odds of us writing the policy again for you guys is nil right now. That is absolutely crazy, guys. That's what we're seeing more and more of right now. But again, look at everything that you have. Look at all your finances. Look at every account. Just make sure everything's kosher right now. Because, you know, auto pays, people are getting auto paid to death. And from going through my late girlfriend's accounts and things that I got back, because why would she place an ad on monster.com when she's not here? You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? No, it doesn't. So check everything out, guys, because I'm telling you, they will scam you every which way they can. Just wanted to do a quick video today. It's a beautiful morning out here. Share your thoughts on all this stuff. You know, American Legion Hall's jumping over there right now. But please don't forget to the like button. Take a look at LQR House, because I think it's absolutely fascinating, that company and what they're doing. And don't forget to join the email list. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys soon.